So basically, Di, what he's saying is because he led with God sent you this man. And what
Mm-hmm.
he's saying is that even if God sent you the man,
Mm-hmm.
you will reject him.
No,
In
I
fact,
would know. That's why I said I would know because
well,
I've been following God my entire life. Yes, I've made mistakes, but I've always followed God. So yes, if this man of God come to me and God told me and he spoke to me and said, "This is my man," I'm going to listen to what he tell me to do. I'm gonna trust God.
Is God really gonna speak to you and say, "Hey, Dad, that's your man"?
It depends on how you believe God speaks to you. If God came to me, like you said in your example, and you told me
how would God
if
speak to
God
you in
came
that
to you,
scenario?
if God came, it's only that's between me and God. God relationship with you is different than his
No, I'm
relationship
not.
with
No,
you.
I'm not trying to
But I
tell
can't put
you.
it. No, I wouldn't be able as a woman. I wouldn't be able to put that into words. But like I said, that man will be able to lead me. He will be able to guide me. He will be able. I will be. It's not, and
As long as
especially
he's
in the
what you
beginning,
want.
I would. Hmm?
As long as his direction is the direction you want to go in.
Yeah, is if he's prioritizing family, value, and community. Like for instance, they said some men draw when it comes to his purpose. Some men just draw a line around himself, and then that's all he care about. Some men draw a line around their family, and he stops there. He doesn't really care about the community. Other men draw his line around the community and only cares about the people of color. And then some people draw a line around the world. If this man is drawing a line around community, that's a man I could follow. A man, I cannot be with a man who's like, I only care about my family.
I get
I
it.
don't,
You
that's
think
that would
community,
never sit right with my spirit. And
your
just based on the work
definition of
I've
community
already
is
done in my
to
community, that would never sit right with my spirit.
your
But if a
community
man
is
say
defined
that,
as a people that's failing and in poverty. You don't see the other side of community. Community could be the married man that's having thriving households. You're restricting your meaning or how you identify community to a place where people failed and had made poor decisions, and then you got to go in the trenches to help that. That's the
no,
you got to.
I'm focused on the kids. I'm not focused on grown as adults who can't change their mind. I'm not
Well,
focused on that.
okay, so these kids, you are focused on the grown as adults too. You got because those kids have grown parents at home when they go home at
I
night.
understand that, but the way that I ended up overcoming a lot of things that I feel like people in my situation wouldn't have overcome was by the examples I had in my life, by the other adults I've had in my life. That's how I
Well,
overcame, and that's what people fail to
and where are
realize.
you at now today?
Sometimes we're in this community, you don't always have family to go to. You don't always have a father. You don't always have a mother. So to make it seem like the only way you can overcome is by having that, and if you don't have that, you're fucked. You're basically saying like a
What
lot of
did
us
you
are fucked.
overcome? What did you overcome?
I'm not. That's not important to this conversation.
Okay, so you overcame
And I'm
something.
definitely not trusting you with that information.
Can I
All
ask a
right,
question?
go ahead.
Simone?
Yeah.
Simone, when did you become um God following?
I've been raised as forever. Forever. I
You
just
told
didn't
me
I feel like
but you told
Okay.
everybody that you were a lesbian for a while.
yeah, that's like I said, that's your belief.
That's
You said that. I didn't believe
No,
that.
but
You
I'm
said that.
saying every that's a Christian. That's you're going into religion. I'm talking about my relationship with God.
who
So like
God.
Christians,
Wait,
they
I
might
just no, I
believe
have a
you go to a lot of Christians and the religious groups might believe you go to hell for that. But I felt like I had purpose in that because there were a lot of women who were dating women who didn't know God, who's currently not gay anymore. I had purpose in that. But then when I spoke to God, I said, God, touch my heart. See, the thing is, God is not going to touch your heart
so wait,
unless
can
you
I
invite him in.
Simone,
So when I was
Simone.
19, so let
What
me
kids are
finish.
you
When I
talking
was
to?
19, 20 years
Bro,
old,
y'all
I
can't
asked
keep
God,
bombarding her
and
with
I've never
questions.
asked
The
God this
dot.
I
first because
I
let
have
me
it.
finish
She's
talking.
She's
Wow.
tangenting her
He
way
asked
out
me
of.
a
rambling.
question. Can y'all let me finish talking?
We
Thank
are, but
you.
you tangenting your
No,
way out of
Darwin, you're
answering the
interrupting
questions.
again. That's what you're
You got a
doing.
habit of that.
So, Amira, so when I was growing up, I thought I knew everything, just like a lot of kids do. Your parents could raise you the right way, but sometimes you go off and you do what you want to do. You do what the flesh wants you to do. When I started understanding how God's works, I asked God, I said, God, touch my heart. If this is something that you do not want from me, if this is something that is not of your calling, if this is something that is not of your will or the path that
Just
you
read the
have for me,
word. You got to touch
touch
your heart.
my heart. kid you not, right hand up to God. 4 to 5 months later, my sexual attraction to women and thinking that I want to be with women, it changed because I actually asked God to
So
come
the
in
word
and
wasn't
touch
enough.
my heart.
The word
So
wasn't
that,
enough.
so that's what I
I
was
didn't
asking you.
believe
So
what
when
the
did
word
you?
said, because when you police the word like you do, Darwin, and be like, everybody who make these mistakes go to hell, you tend not to
When
believe the
did I say
pastors
that?
that's preaching them to you. You
When
said
have
that
I
about
ever said
single
that?
mothers
All
a
right.
couple of times. Yes, you have. You said
No,
they
I
all should
didn't.
burn. You've made statements like that
No,
to
I
a
didn't.
strict extremity. Yes, you have. Yes,
No,
you
I
have.
can speak verbatim what I said.
You
I
have.
said the
You
women.
take that to
I said
certain
the
Hold
women
extremities.
on,
who
die. You gotta let him be able to tell
you
you
can't
exactly what
tangent
he
your way
said.
out of context every time. What I'm saying is, what I said verbatim, I said the women who are pushing for abortion and doing it, knowing the word, knowing the scriptures, and quoting God, this and that. I said, I hope God showed them the same wrath that they show that baby whenever they ripping that baby apart from limb to limb in the stomach.
Okay, but
That's what I said.
you've also said extremities, talking about single mothers or people who's made certain mistakes. That's what the church does. It
But
pushes people away who has sinned. What I did was I went to God. I asked God to touch my heart, and God touched my heart. I don't get involved with those things anymore. I
Oh
had a
no,
different
I get that.
understanding. This is the thing. When
What,
you are in the
what I'm
church,
asking is, you said
you're
God have
raised.
to touch your heart to keep you from doing it. I'm saying there is written word that you can read. I'm asking, is that not enough?
That's no, because that was written by man. That's why you have to invite God into your heart. You have to invite God into your life. God makes
Where did
difference
you
and
read
makes
that at?
changes. See, this is the thing. God, a lot of things that we feel like we could change on our own. That's why I'm a strong believer in God. You have to get God involved in order to touch you in certain ways that humans cannot touch you. And that's what he did.
die. When was the last time you read the Bible?
Probably like 2 weeks ago.
So you
All
read
right.
the Bible, right?
All
Hold
right,
on,
so
wait.
what's the point,
I know the
Jay?
Bible. I took foundation
What's the
classes.
point you're trying to get at?
Like
I'm about to ask.
literally
Hold on,
raised in the church. I went to a
die. That's
Christian
not the reason why I'm
school.
asking. I don't need a
Okay.
dissertation. So the question that Bruiser is asking, because you obviously read you read the Bible, you study the Bible, you interpret the Bible. I'm sure that you use it as a foundation at points in your life. I'm sure you're not just dismissing this whole book, right? What he's saying is why would you need to be touched by God to change your life when there's a whole written word that you also read and you build foundations on that tells you what's right from wrong?
Because obviously then I didn't understand it. That's the thing. That's why you ask God to touch your heart. Give
Then
me an understanding that I've lacked
She said it was
before.
written by
Give me
man.
an understanding that nobody else could get through to me. That's how God works.
That's different from what you told Bruiser. If you said I didn't understand the word at the time, I couldn't interpret it, I didn't know that's what it was telling me to do, and then God revealed the Bible to me and the word to me, and it explained something to me, that would be different from when he said the Bible told you what you're supposed to do, and you said, well, Bruiser, you use the Bible all the time and you weaponize it, and the Bible is written by man.
Because that's how most people, when they get delivered the Bible, that's what they do. Y'all gonna burn in hell. Y'all LGBT community gonna burn in hell. That don't make sense.
Said that.
I didn't say you said that. I'm saying that's how I was interpreting it at the time when I was dating women. That didn't make sense to me. Why would God send me to hell over who I love? That didn't make sense to me.
So the thing,
you didn't read the word.
The word was first off written by man. Two, the Bible was translated by Europeans. Two, the Bible was translated by Europe. So me thinking about all this, all that played into effect on why I didn't ask God to lead my heart first. That's the problem. When you ask God to lead your heart, you don't have to go off of what man wrote and
When
said.
you sinning, is written by man, but whenever you're doing the right thing or you want deliverance, it's written by God.